It's been a while since I've last played the Hanged Man. Uh, you might be wondering, but Nom-Nom, last time you played, you beat it. And yes, I did. However, in order to get the true happy ending, plus the bonus content that normally comes after the Strange Man series games, I have to do a second playthrough. So, and my setup is a little different because I'm not streaming this. I'm just purely recording this. The plan is to record only brand new content that was not seen in the first playthrough. So there will be like a scene or two within the game. Then the way the good ending plays will be different. And the bonus content. So that's the plan, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm kind of a dumbass. I've been playing for about an hour, which not too bad considering last time I struggled hella hard. But also, one, I'm using the walkthrough, and two, I've played this 5 times over. But yeah, so I was playing, I go to the one place where there's supposed to be a new scene, which doesn't happen till all the way in building 4. And I'm like, oh, okay, so something supposed to be new here, so I recorded that. But I'm looking, I'm like, nothing really new happened. So then I'm like, I'm about to keep going, but then I'm like, wait a minute. So I go back to my saves, and I forgot that last time. So yeah, see how there's a lovely, handy, useful second play red text at the upper corner? I didn't see that when I was playing. So now I really know I fucked up because I had made a save where you're like a little snowman. You have to go to that save, go up to the train, and continue the second playthrough from there. Not just hit new game. You have to start from the train, and then we properly get the new stuff. So I'm a little mad, but also it's my fault for not remembering this. So I might be slightly irritated while I'm playing. But like I said, I'll still only show you the new stuff, so. Hey, so I know I said I would only show new scenes, but I noticed something here, and I'm not sure if I noticed in my first playthrough, so I want to record it and just show you guys. Just keep an eye on that picture that's on the back wall behind where Pops, or we think as Pops, is. And the change doesn't happen until after we check the tabloid.
Pop!
What? So we check this. It's describing all the murders that happened. Look what happened to that back wall. I'm not sure if I took notice of that first time. That's pretty creepy, isn't it? And you can't interact with it. There's just darkness now. Yeah.
Ah!
What was that for?
There were just...
I told you.
I'm not lying.
Come on.
Ghosts? There was a
Oh my
ghost
god,
and
this
it was
place is
gonna
haunted.
kill us.
There's
I
a ghost,
haven't
and it
seen
just came
things,
out
I
of nowhere.
swear.
And
It's really
freaking
bad.
out.
Help
Oh
us,
god,
please.
oh god, this is
Scared.
bad, this
Please
is bad,
help
we're gonna
us.
die.
Shut up.
Every time. Hey yo, welcome back. So finally made it back to building 4 again. And I'm gonna start recording again because we're now in demon territory. Ooh. This is where the new shit should happen. So. Somebody's thrown on the floor. Demons are coming. From the shower room, from the hallway, and now even from this room. This place is hell. The screams of the dead echo here. The demons must be stopped at once. This is new, I think. Demons, huh? You're a demon child. Someday you'll be burning in hell for your sins. If David didn't write this letter, then who did? Come to think of it, there's an opening quote, but not a closing quote. Maybe there's supposed to be more? Oh. David seemed like a nice person. He hadn't changed at all since then. This is new! Yay! Oh no! This is sad though.
What are you doing there?
I might have to turn the game volume up just a little bit for this.
There's a ladybug.
Baby Will voice, I missed you.
Hey, there sure is. It's cute. So, why are you here?
'Cause my dad died.
I see.
I don't really get it. What does it mean he died? Did Dad go somewhere?
He went above the sky, I guess.
If I took an airplane, could I go see him? I'm too scared to get on airplanes.
There's no need for that. You'll meet him someday.
What's it like above the sky? Can I get there too?
It's a good place, but you can't be going there yet. Only good men can go there.
Good men? Is Dad a good man?
Oh, loaded question, isn't it?
I don't know. Can you tell me something? What kind of person was your dad? Did he play with you a lot?
Yeah, he played with me all the time. Dad likes to fish. He takes me with him, but it's sort of boring. But see, he drives me there, down to the lake. And I like cars, so it's really fun.
I see. Then your dad must be a good man.
Oh, this must hurt David so much. Oh.
I'm sure he's waiting for you there, above the sky. Once you become an adult, and a good man, it might be nice if you go visit him.
My name's Will. Actually, it's William, but everybody calls me Will. Who are you, mister?
What's your name, mister?
I'm David. David Hoover. See you, Will.
My poor boy David. I didn't want to come to this conclusion either, that David was the one who wrote this letter, but I can't think of anybody else who could have. Keith seems to know David pretty well. If he says David didn't write this, then that's probably true. That was so worth replaying again. Despite my initial frustrations. Alright, we've just about approached the good end route, so I'm going to go ahead and start recording here, and I'll edit out whatever is not new from the initial playthrough. Time to get out of here, though. And then, oh fuck.
Get back!
It would have been kind of cool if the spirits had started to, like, help him escape at one point. But I guess that would have been a bit too much to, like, ask for. But, like, seriously, he's been helping all these other ghosts. But then again, they're kind of more self-serving than not. So, it makes sense, ultimately.
Beat it!
I I know your son wouldn't want you to die like this. This way, stupid!
Oh my gosh, stop antagonizing him. I was so worried I couldn't help but come back. Wonder if Will's still here. I hope he doesn't yell at me like, "Don't come back." He may be cowardly, but he can really get angry. Kind of cute in a small animal way, but...
Mr. Keith? What happened? Those wounds.
Sophie, lend me a hand.
So this is it for you! I'll never be a hanged man!
Why haven't, like, half of these RPG games been turned into, like, animated shows or movies? Like, I'd pay to watch that shit. Or even, like a remade version of the games where it's, like, 3D, but still, like, keeps to the art style. Oh my god. Oh, so many ideas. If only I had the skills.
Will!
Jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Don't cry.
Is somebody there?
Over here, Will.
Mr. Rat, you can talk?
Hey, Will. Why are you crying?
It's been a while since Dad died, but I still get really lonely sometimes. I think maybe I'll never see Dad again.
Hey, now. What's crying going to do for you? Your dad's just gone on a long journey. You'll definitely meet him again someday. To get ready for then, you gotta be a real good man, Will.
A real good man?
I was just thinking about how he could escape from this cage, but I'll put that off. I'll be someone you can talk to for a while.
And that reflects back to David's talk about only good men go above the sky.
So don't cry all by yourself, Will.
Your stories are always really funny. Oh, Billy talked to me a lot too, but it's a lot more fun talking with you.
Old Billy, eh? Of course that old man's preaching is boring.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Billy since you came. Or Mime, or Murdoch, or Misery.
Yeah, they won't be coming back no more. 'Cause I sort of came in their place.
What do you mean?
Meetings and farewells come in sets, and it'll be the same for me. Someday I'll leave your side.
You're going away?
Of course. After all, I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. I'll stick with you for now 'cause you're pitiful, but I'm planning to set out again soon.
Don't go. I don't want to be alone. I'm lonely. Dad left me without saying anything. Mom might do the same thing. And people say I'm a weirdo who talks to nothing. I have a few friends at school, but I don't have any friends I could tell the truth to. I'm scared that someday I'll be really, really alone. If that happens, What should I do?
Will, Will, Will. Didn't I tell you? You gotta be a real good man. A real good man knows there are hellos and goodbyes. He takes action and tries to see the world for himself. Sure, there's a lot of people who will leave you, but there'll be a lot of people you meet too, see? Hey, Will, you realize that? You're a real clever guy. You're not just a scaredy cat. You're super sensitive to your feelings and changes around you. You think hard about even the smallest things. You try to figure out what happens and why it's that way, and you give it a name and make it yours. Those are your treasures, the essential pillars of your world. But whatever you do, those pillars crumble. You gotta get new ones, or else you can't keep up with the world. You gotta meet lots of people, experience lots, and keep your world fresh. Do that and you'll never be alone. So listen, Will, you should never despair all alone. You can't hide in your own world. When you're uneasy, you can always remember me, the super rat who gives your little self courage.
I know. I know, Pop. I knew this moment would come for a long time. It's time for us to part. I know that, but I hope you forgive me for still clinging on to you. It's just, I wanted to say goodbye.
Is this new?
Thought you quit smoking.
This is my last one.
Seems he found this in his dad's possessions. Figured he didn't need it anymore, so I took it. This is what got him to come here. You wrote this letter, didn't you?
Why do you think that?
Ooh.
It's your writing.
When have you seen my writing?
On the paperwork for the World's Worst Tour. Got a chance to see it after the fact. Why'd you write this to him? Were you trying to threaten him?
You got 1 out of 3. Yes, I'm the one who wrote that. But I didn't mean for it to be a threat. And most importantly, it wasn't addressed to Will.
Oh
It was to
no,
my
I remember
father.
this. That's right. It was a quote from the show, I think.
I really resented my father. I was 14 at the time. I couldn't forgive him for abandoning my frail mother. But one day, when he sent pictures of his child, I had a thought. Sure, I resented my father, but was there any reason to resent this child? You're a demon child. Someday, you'll be burning in hell for your sins. That's only the first part. But you're blessed, because you had a blessed child. Your child gave you light, showed you the way. Go on, you pitiful man. No one's going to blame you anymore. Familiar with it? It's a quote from Detective Crawford, specifically the Hangman episode. My father liked the show and watched it with me. I figured he would know the line, so I didn't even need to write the rest, but I did include the card as a hint. Any child should be blessed. They shouldn't be burdened with their parents' sins. These are words of celebration only he would understand. I just hesitated to write the celebratory part. It was sort of meant to be playful. I'm sure my father must have understood it. That's why he held on to it.
Why'd you call his mother?
It was about money. The money my father left before he left home. I hadn't touched it the whole time. I set aside some for my mom's funeral. Then, I remembered Will, still in junior high, so I thought... But before that, I wanted to tell Will about her father, so I called Cindy, but But I talked with Cindy again earlier. Because when Will finds the path he wants, she doesn't want him to have...
You can just take the inheritance, you know. You're bound to need it sometime too.
It's stubbornness, plain and simple. I felt like I should support my family with the money I earn, not my father's money. maybe in spring I should invite him to a And if I went with Will to visit his grave, I wonder what our dad would think there in the afterlife.
I'm sure he'd be happy. It's about time for Will to take off. Not going to see him off?
I talked with him plenty earlier. I'm fine.
Right. Me? I'm not sure what I'll do.
What's the matter?
It doesn't feel good keeping secrets from kids. I get the urge to tell them the truth.
I don't think telling the truth is always a good thing, especially when it's to a kid.
Guess so.
Two different thoughts. What truth are you hiding, Keith? The rat. It was Pops. Oh no! It's confirmation. Oh no! I had a feeling, but I didn't know for sure.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Sorry to butt in, you two.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
I'm sorry we couldn't find your rat.
Oh.
It's okay. Pop told me all the time. I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. He stayed with me because he pitied me. But maybe he thinks better of me after this. So I'm sure Pop set out on his way.
Oh, but then Will still saw Pops towards the end, so I wonder if that was like his spirit or just what he had been seeing whenever he looked at the actual rat Pops. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he says like Pops was like talking and shit, but like what if like that was like personified in like in this actual rat? And then so like even though the rat died, he still saw Pops at the end when he needed him. That's one way, or like his spirit or whatever. I don't know.
I'm guessing Pop won't come back. But maybe somewhere far away we'll meet again. It's really sad to think of it as a final goodbye. But by the time we meet again, I'll be a good man who he won't be ashamed to call his friend.
Right. That sounds good to me.
And he's like, this weight I carry.
Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, and he doesn't get another rat. I don't think. Oh! The world traveling bombs. Oh! They didn't give him like a replacement rat. Sometimes I like to imagine that tiny little rat, his tiny little body full of big dreams, going to anywhere and everywhere on his journey. Good end too. Ah, we did it! Tiny rat journey. Oh, I love that. I love it better than the first one. Oh my gosh. Star Leader, I love your voice so much. my pops. I'm sorry, but the leaf umbrella, I love it so much. Thank you for making the game. Oh, and then it being translated. Oh my gosh, what a joy. Ah, achievement! Tiny Rat Journey. Ah! Oh my gosh, we can finally enjoy the bonus content. Congratulations on getting the second good ending. As a bonus, there are character bios, descriptions of the other games in the series, and messages from the voice actors. Please enjoy it. Once again, thank you for playing the Hangman. Yes. William Morton, age 14. Protagonist, David's little brother from another mother. I know it's serious, but like, just the way that, it's my brother from another mother. Like, you know what I mean. Cowardly, but he can get angry. Very sensitive and imaginative. His father died when he was 6, so he lives with his mother. Since talking to the Hangman, he became able to converse with strange entities. Strongly distrusts other people and doesn't speak his thoughts even to his mother or friends. Saved Pop from a mouse trap in elementary school and has been with him since. By the way, if you figure out he got a call from his mom, he chickened out and come back home. So he left his phone at home. Pop, age unknown. Self-described world-traveling super rat. Apparently travels the world, so he knows a lot. Will's best friend, he rescued from a mouse trap. When he got caught, his right leg got a little crooked and some fur came off. He teaches Will various things from a place of experience. Edward Hayes, 23, wow. A young man with a stutter. He has a general personality and likes animals, but he trusts in rules of his own devising and snaps when they're violated. At a young age, his alcoholic father lost his job, and they were driven out of their rented house, so they stayed at Deepwood Shelter for about a year. Oh, so the dad was in the shelter with him. Oh, I did not know that. After killing his father, he hid there with his brother's help. After his arrest, he's charged with third-degree murder and receives a 10-year sentence. 27, a older brother, nervous but thoughtful of his brother, has a habit of looking away from people when he lies. After graduating middle school, he got a job at a factory to escape his violent, alcoholic father. He's currently married and his wife is pregnant. Since he left Ed behind with their father, he blames himself for the murder and thus wanted to somehow let Ed go free. After Ed's arrest, he's found guilty of aiding his escape and gets 3 years of hard labor. Rough, but, yeah. Boogeyman's protagonist, hey! In larceny and homicide division, calm and not fazed by anything with a sharp tongue, he's married and his only son died in a tragic traffic accident. David's occasional drinking buddy, also a client of Sophie's father, so he's involved with the family. Assigned investigation of the murder of Edward's father, he went in search of Edward's whereabouts. Tracing his history led him to Deepwoods Hospital, where he decided to look for clues to track him down. Oh, she's 18. College student. Oh, she's a college student now. Oh, my big girl. Smart and cheerful, she works with her friend Regan at Mary's Kitchen. Oh, that was Regan. In the past, her heart was broken by David, but she now gets along with him as a friend. Her father works at a credit company, and Keith is his client, so they interact, but often quarrel as he says mean things to her. David asks her to help look for Will, and he finds her way to Deepwoods Hospital thanks to a witness account. Cricket Man's protagonist. The OG! Will's older brother from another mother. He's kind but unlucky. His father had an affair and a child, so he divorced, then died 6 years after Will was born. He lived with his mother for a long time, but she died from a brain tumor. He's married, but during this game, his wife is out abroad training for work. Friends with Sophie, the two of him and his wife all get along well. Knows Keith from a prior incident and now occasionally goes drinking with him. Oh, 36, Will's mother. A novelist, but she gives English lectures for foreigners as a side job. Barely gets by, though she has a hearty personality, so she's managing. When she married David's father, she didn't know he had a wife and a child, and only learned everything once he died. Oh, so she thought she was dating I think I remember them mentioning this. She thought she was dating a single man, and she wasn't. When she talked to David over the phone, she didn't want to tell Will about his father, and thus refused David's offer to pay for college, but this is resolved at the end of the game. Oh, this looks like summary and comments. Yeah, we know this. The origin of this story was a trip my brother took to Tohoku. To summarize, he came back haunted by a ghost and met several misfortunes. They went back to Tohoku to hold a memorial. I hesitated to make a game out of it directly, so I took out the unconsciously calling each other angle and devised the story. At this point, I had plans up to the hangman, but I figured I would get bored and not make it to the fourth game, which has now become a good memory. David's name was borrowed from a certain actor, hint the Green Mile. His mother's name never appeared, but it's Rachel. Many people said they liked this game, so when making the Sandman, I was quietly sweating about whether I would be disappointing them. Oh! This one should be Sandman? Yes. No, this one. The first game was solemn, so I thought I'd get a lot more wild with this one. I feel like it maybe went wild in a bad way, but as a creator, I had lots of fun. It wasn't bad, I promise you. I loved it. This game was themed around a certain metal song titled Sandman. I kept seeing it when I was Googling this game. Some of that song's lyrics appear as lines and ending titles. Did not know that though. Sophie is an honor student, so I gave her a name meaning wisdom. And since the Sandman is German, I originally intended to make her family German, hence her father's name being Richard. I don't like drawing much, but I had a lot of fun Sorry, my cat is being silly behind my computer tower. I don't know what she's doing. I don't like drawing much, but I had a lot of fun drawing the fairies. By the way, the cafe worker and Sophie's tarot-loving friend both originate from the Sandman. They're Regan and Anne. Oh, Anne! Oh! The detail of Anne liking tarot was for this game's sake. Did not know that. And then we know that one. A game made to be like a B-movie. At the same time, I took on another challenge of making it fully voiced. Thanks to the voice actors, I think it's a rather lively game. Since I made the difficulty absurd, it took a long time to make, and even I snapped while making it. Good to know. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. After this game, I vowed to never make another super difficult game. I depicted the Barings and David Shirley as contrasting couples, shielding each other versus back-to-back and trusting each other. I hadn't showed such relationships in prior games, so it was a fun experience. By the way, you'll see if you look at the illustrations that Keith wears both rings in this game too. Go look for it if you have the time. Oh, good to know. I don't think I did notice that. Okay, we're save over that one. My cat, I think, just wants to play. Alright. Voice actors! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Ah! 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 Okay. Don't freak out. Let's go. We'll start with these two and go left to right? Sure.
Hello, and congratulations on making it all the way into this room. You must be quite the gamer. My name is Louis Bedelmont. I'm an up-and-coming actor and writer. If you're curious about me, I've also written a book called Tales I Grew Up With, The Grandparents, which you could find on Amazon.com, and I'm highly involved with a fun online series called the With Voices Project, which you can find out more about on TV Tropes. Additionally, I do live-action acting. I'll be playing the role of Torres in an upcoming web TV series called Beyond Scope, but that's probably enough self-promotion. Were you expecting that Pop would be used in all the ways he was used in this story? I sure wasn't. First, he was made to be Will's mouthpiece. Then Will chased him all throughout that old abandoned building like Alice chased that white rabbit in Wonderland. And finally, he became Will's cheerleader. Pop's just the most versatile rat ever.
He's supposed to be a super rat.
Say, which of Uri's Strange Man series did you like best? Besides the Hanged Man, my other favorite is her first one, the Crooked Man. But that's just me. Almost a pity that this will be the last installment of the Strange Man series, but I'm sure Uri has gotten even greater ideas in store. Can't wait to see them in the future.
Gosh, yeah. It's hard to beat the first one. All of them are great, absolutely. It's just hard to beat the first one.
Hi, my name is Morty, and I had the honor of playing Will in this game. Before I talk a little bit about my involvement with the Strange Man series and the Hanged Man specifically, I'd like to tell you a short story.
Okay.
Before now, I've never voice acted in a more professional setting. The closest I've ever gotten to any of that is sitting in dark rooms playing games with my friends. It's sort of a tradition. We'll boot up a small game, and whoever's there participates by giving a character or two a voice. It became one of our main ways to bond as a group. Over the years, we've done that a lot. My friends were impressed by what I was able to do, but I figured I'd never really have a chance getting a real role. So, up until now, I just did it for fun.
Oh, that's
The jump
impressive.
from just to fun to playing the main character was huge, but I was so excited and humbled by the fact that someone saw me, a weirdo with dubiously absent gender, way too much time on their hands, as main character material.
Oh.
The prospect of being able to play this game with my friends and show them how far I've come is thrilling, and I'm beyond honored to have been given this chance. Which brings me to my place in the Hangman. I've watched and played the Strange Man series since at least 2013, and I was eager to see what the next installment might be. I saw VG Person's link to the auditions page at some point, and I was intrigued. At the urging of my friends, I thought there was nothing to lose by sending in a couple auditions and seeing what happened. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, if I'm being honest, because I was going to enjoy the game no matter what happened. Imagine my surprise, waking up one morning before class to see an email from Udi, not only saying that I landed the part as Will, but I was almost directly aligned with her vision. Again, it was humbling.
Oh.
And in that moment, I made a commitment to myself and everyone involved. I was gonna bring it as the most emotionally unstable but relatable 14-year-old boy I could be. I'll never be sure of people's impressions until after the fact, but just knowing that I brought my A-game into this project makes me proud of the work I've produced. And here we are! Hundreds of lines and countless hours spent in a tiny booth later. Despite technical issues of school equipment, threats of getting sick, stresses to my busy college schedule, I've made it to the other side, proud of the work that everyone has done. In closing, a sincere thank you to Udi for believing in what I brought to the table and giving me a chance. I also have additional thanks for VG Person for all her hard work in translating and bringing games to English speakers, and the cast of the Boogeyman and the Hangman for giving it all they've got and inspiring me to do the same. Right now I'm prepping a lot of new social media accounts for more public face as a content creator, but I'll be putting out some extended thoughts about my role as Will and my involvement with the Hangman at some point. You'll be able to find a link to that and other things at MortyK on Twitter. I'll also eventually make a video about the Strange Man series and how I think it all connects, so I hope to see you all very soon.
That's amazing.
Sup guys, how y'all doing? It's me, it's your best friend, Blue Neon Lightshow, back to voice Keith from the last game, the Boogeyman. You can just call me Neon for short. I heard Keith was going to be in the next game after we finished the Boogeyman, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. A pleasant surprise if you ask me. It was enjoyable to voice Keith once again, albeit a ton of lines to record and whatnot, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? Anyway, congratulations on beating the Hangman and getting to the secret ending. Go around and see what the other voice actors have to say. They certainly deserve the credit just as much as anyone. Oh, I guess I should also mention how to get in touch with me, right? I'll just leave my contacts here. Fair warning, I'm horrible at keeping in touch, but you can always trust me to eventually get back to you, even if it is within a month. Anyway, enjoy.
Yep, it just be like that.
Hi. I guess I'm back. Serene Harper, reporting for Juicy. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had a brilliant time playing it. Ari has been working really hard in this game, so let's all congratulate her on finishing it. And for wrapping up the Strange Man series with a big round of applause. Yay! I really wasn't expecting Helena to reappear in this game, but here she is. Harry messaged me a few months ago asking if I could voice Helena again, and to be honest, I was quite surprised. I sincerely thought that her role ended in the boogeyman, and technically it did. Harry did tell me she'd only have a few lines, but I was more than okay with it. I just didn't expect it to be like that. You could have given me a forewarning that the parents would be flirting so I could have avoided getting embarrassed, Harry. I can still feel my face burning. I blame you.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I don't have much to say. I think I've run my mouth enough on my TPM message. I guess I can tell you guys what I've been up to. I've started working on my own games, 5 of them in fact, interchangeably because I love being miserable. But they won't be out for a long time as I'm extremely busy with everything else. 3 of them are visual novels, while the other 2 are being made using the RPG Maker 2005 engine. 2 of them are silly, while the rest are rather heavy and full of misery and horror, kinda. So, yep. Anyway, enough of that. Congratulations once more on finishing The Hanged Man, and I hope you enjoyed the Strange Men series altogether. I know I did. Send tons of love and praises Harry's way. She definitely deserves them. That's all spoiler rotten. Anyways, you guys know where to find me. For those who don't, my Twitter handle is Serene Harper because I'm creative that way. I sound way too happy. Take care always and catch you later.
She's too sweet for this world. I can't.
I'm Adam McMillan, the voice of Robert Hayes. Congratulations on beating the Hanged Man. I had so much fun with this character and getting to experience the way his personality unfolded. I'm an aspiring voice actor, and I've been able to be a part of other projects such as Pokemon The True Abridged series, Beyond School, and a new project called In the Flesh. I also upload YouTube videos at youtube.com/thatchannel90. Hope you had a good time.
Aw, short but sweet.
Hey there. I'm not one for speaking much about myself, but congratulations on finishing the game. I hope that you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed participating in voice acting. This is my first ever voice acting experience, and I hope that everything on my end was good enough to immerse you. I want to thank Uri for giving me such a great opportunity to experience something so new to me, as well as my girlfriend for letting me know that voice acting auditions were occurring for this game. Currently, I am a theater student who enjoys playing many video games and watching many anime in my free time. I think I fit an okay person to do voice acting, right? Feel free to contact me through my email for anything, and again, thanks for playing.
Aw, he did so good though. I felt such emotion.
Hi, I'm Star Leader or Arian, and I am the voice of Young Will. Congratulations on finishing the second playthrough of the game! Yay! I was really excited when I found out I would voice in The Hanged Man, as I have loved the Crooked Man series, and I remember playing all sorts of RPG games with my cousins and reading aloud the lines for the voiceless characters. I'm really happy that 10 years later I'm still doing it, but on a more serious level. I found that voicing Will when he was young was different from voicing other younger versions of characters, as these types of characters are commonly shown to display a contrast between before and after a major event. But this young Will is shown to you while he's going through that major change and still trying to understand and find his way in the situation. So he's caught between a time of innocence but also a time of acceptance and growth. A lot of other young boys I have voiced were still stuck in that innocent and naive time of their lives, and I would make it a focus to sound really cute and clinging to that side. Will is young and still has much to learn, but he's also trying to understand where his life is heading. That really defined an important goal to me, to grasp his innocence but still show his struggle to find his way out of this storm. I really love Will, and seeing everyone's work made me really honored to be a part of this team. I hope you enjoyed playing, and thank you so much for listening.
She did. I love it.
Hi, I'm Matti Mali. I'm also known as hedonistic actor around the webs. I have a YouTube channel. There's some of my reviews about Finnish movies and my own creative efforts and stuff I haven't published there in a while, but hopefully by the time this game has been published there's more stuff. But yeah, I haven't played any of the Strange Men games before. but I knew they had a reputation, so when my fellow voice actor Teach provided a link to this casting call in a Skyrim group we both are in, I decided to give it a try if I could leave my mark on something that is downloaded by, I don't know, thousands maybe. So yeah, thanks to Uri for giving me this opportunity. And even though my role as a model owner wasn't that big, I made those 6 lines, goddammit. Yeah. Well, when after completing the recording, I did play the other 3 games, and yeah, they had their own problems, each one of them. I could go more detail, but I want to say that what is common to all of those 3 is strong writing and great feelings and almost makes you cry kind of a hefty drama. So I really dig the writing and many of the characters the series has to offer. Well, because I had such a small role in this during one scene, I can go most of the hanged man by blind, so it's going to be an interesting experience for me as well once this game is released. So hopefully I will enjoy it as much as you do. But I guess I could tell something about myself. I have done voice acting before. This is like my, I don't know, 20th, 15th project, something around those lines. I've began in 2012, and most of my voice acting experience comes from Manix Expression site's podcast plays. They are most of the time well written too. Perhaps my most prolific one is a Star Citizen machinea called Combined Arms, where I play the main villain, this sadistic space pirate captain or something, rather. And, well, I don't know what else to say, so I guess I thank you for and congratulate you for completing the Handman, the final grand finale in this quadrilogy, and yeah, have a nice day.
It takes a little while for him to get to the point, but otherwise I do appreciate him being given a chance to speak.
Congratulations on completing the Hanged Man. Can I make some clap sounds? You did it! So, what ending did you get? Good? Bad? Or does this room only appear in the good one? Well, you'll know, I guess. So, how's it going, guys? I'm Stray Hiryu, a Let's Player on YouTube. I have been looking forward to this game ever since the Boogeyman, and I have been keeping an eye out if it's also gonna have voice acting. So, when I saw that auditions were up, I went for it and got a part. It's an extra, but still happy that I got a voice in. It's also my first time to actually voice act in a game. Even though I didn't have that many lines, I still tried my best and hoped it turned out great. I had some fun doing them. Thank you, Yuri, to let me have a part. Well, enough talking to me. Talk to the other voice actors.
Aww.
Hey, I'm Leanna Esteban, or, well, some of you know me as Ringer. I also make pixel horror games, and I don't know if you've heard of them, but I call them the UX series, and currently in progress is Flux and Lux. And I've been a huge fan of Uri's games, and well, I only played the Crooked Man, and I counted how many times I died, and I died approximately 33 times. And I was using a walkthrough. It took me about 2 hours to get through it.
Still not bad.
But even though I'm a horror game enthusiast and a horror game creator, I really like voice acting, and I wanted to try out for this game, and I thought it would be fun. I didn't think I would be able to be accepted into the game as an actual voice actor. So I woke up one day and I saw that I received a message from Uri, and I was crying. I was crying because I was so excited to be part of this project. So I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the game. And I hope you enjoyed my performance. Keep an eye out for my own games too. I'd appreciate if you would play some of them. And in the future, I hope that you'll see me in even more games. Thank you.
I'm trying to remember where she's from. I think she's Will's teacher in one of the flashbacks, but I could be wrong. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I do want to remember who you are. I skimmed through a lot.
Hey there. I'm JT Homeslice, or Jamie, whatever you like. I dabble in a bunch of creative stuff like YouTube junk, the occasional dumb game, music, and now voiceover. I saw a friend post about the auditions and thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. I researched the Strange Man series beforehand and thought they were really cool. I'm really happy to be a small part of this rad series. This is actually the first project I've been a part of as a voice actor. It's a huge honor. I hope to be a part of Uri's projects in the future too. Anyway, if you want to see what I'm up to, Twitter is the best bet, at JT Homeslice. I'm JT Homeslice pretty much everywhere else too. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh my gosh! Similar, or basically, it's like same, just like the idea of like peace. A sign off, peace. Love it.
Hello, I'm MCB Actual, though you can call me Al, and I voice the fishing store clerk in The Hanged Man. Though, I should say I've always had terrible luck with fishing. The only fish I ever caught was using a bit of cheese, but I digress. About 3 years ago, I was introduced to my first RPG horror game, Mermaid Swamp.
Oh yeah.
Now, numerous translated games later, I'm extremely grateful that my first attempt at voice acting was for one of Uri's works. In a way, things have come full circle, though it's probably a circle of horror, monsters, and bad endings.
Yep.
Anyhow, I'd like to express my deepest thanks to Uri for making this all possible, to VG Person for their impeccable translations, and to you, the player, for coming along for the ride. You can find me hanging around, pun intended, on YouTube and Twitter as MCB Actual, so feel free to swing by and say hello. And so, thank you for playing The Hanged Man, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Or night, depending on when you're playing the game, I suppose. Take care.
Hi there, guys. It's me, Chocolate, the voice of Sophie. Congrats on beating the game. I hope you had a good, spooky time playing it. I'm really glad to be in another game in this series, and I'm really excited to play the finished game. Thanks to Uri for making these games, and VG Person for translating them, and all the other voice actors in the games, because you guys are really, really great. I've actually been working on it for a while, but didn't mention it before, so I'll say it here. I'm also working on a game. It's called Dollhouse, and it's kind of a surreal adventure game. It's taking a while since I'm trying to make most of the resources myself, but it's definitely coming along. Anyway, if you want to reach me, I have a Twitter, Art Tumblr, DeviantArt, and a Facebook artist page, and the usernames on all of those are ChocoChocolate. Also, I really love rats. I felt the need to say that because I had to pretend that I was disgusted by a rat when I, in fact, am the opposite of disgusted by rats. I love them. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Oh, I love her. She just is perfect.
Hi there! Thank you so much for playing the Hangman. Did you have a great time? I hope you did! I'm Jess, and I provide the voice for Regan in this game. This is my first time recording for an RPG horror game, and it was such a treat. I'm so thankful to be a part of this wonderful project, and I wish the best for everyone in the cast and to Uri on all their future projects that is to come. And a special thank you to Angie. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now, so thank you, Angie. A good way to reach me is at my public Twitter account R4V3NBR4IN, which also is Ravenbrain. I usually post all projects that I'm in there. Anyways, that's it for now, guys, and once again, thank you so much for playing the Hangman.
Hey there, thanks for playing the Hangman. I'm McCory, and I provide the voice for Cindy Morton in this game. Now, while I was working on this, I was actually also providing another voice for a different RPG horror game called Kego Totori. You may know me as the voice behind Hotaru, who is a completely different character from Cindy in almost every single way possible, but I still hope I did Cindy justice. Now, if you haven't already, please go show Uri some support, not only for the Strange Men series, but any other projects they work on in the future. Having worked with RPG Maker myself, it is definitely more difficult than it looks, and to see such a well-continued series progress this way is just very inspiring and very interesting. So, again, I hope you go show them support, because they definitely deserve it. So once again, thanks for playing.
Wow, she's a very fast talker. It's very funny compared to, like, you listen to everyone else, like, some people are, like, really slow paced, others are, like, in the middle, and you got a couple of fast ones, but her, it was just, like, boom, 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 done.
Hello everyone, I'm Ro. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did recording. I really wasn't expecting David to show up in this new game, but I'm very happy to reprise my old role. If you played the Boogeyman and got to the bonus room, you may have listened to my message there. I said I might start a YouTube channel and voice the Crooked Man, which is the game that David stars in. The channel hasn't been fleshed out yet, and I haven't made any content. I apologize. I still plan to do both of these things, but real life is pretty busy. I hope eventually I can do something that you, our gracious audience, will enjoy. If you'd like to contact me, or would like for me to do some voice work, or would just like to send me some comments, feel free to send me a message or comment on my YouTube. My skeleton of a channel is ROUKURO, and this time I promise I'll actually respond. Thank you for listening.
Okay, we did skip these two because this letter looks interesting, so I wanted to save that for last. Wait, what is this?
I'm Patrick Coombs, the voice of the Hanged Man. Thanks for playing the game and talking with me. Especially you, Zach. Thank you, Yuri, for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this series that I have enjoyed so much. Also, thank you, Maddie, for pushing me to do this in the first place. It's my first voice acting role, and I'd like to thank you for getting me here. Stay beautiful, folks, and I hope you get to hear from me again.
I thought it was like a picture of a mouth, so I was very shocked when someone started talking. Oh my gosh, that's funny that the Hangman gets to talk too, and he's like right there. Man, he did good though, like for that being his first time. Damn, I was like, oh no. When he was talking in-game.
Hello, this is Teach.
Oh, this is Teach.
I am the creator of the With Voices series, which takes games like these and gives them voices. So you can imagine my surprise when I actually get to take part in a game like this. I am very fascinated with the Strange Men series, and have always been looking forward to the next installment in the story. I have always loved how one installment leads to the other, and at the same time the way each one is a unique story with a different kind of strange man. It's been an honor and a pleasure to take part in this final installment of the Strange Men series, and I love the aspect of a fully voiced game. I'll gladly try out for any future game Uri tries to make. By the way, for those of you who are wondering about my work, I've done Mogeko Castle with voices, The Great Garden with voices, and Garden Grey Thou with voices. I'm currently working on Undertale with voices, Genocider, and Secret of Mana Theater with voices, and one of these days I'll tackle the Crooked Man with voices and the Sandman with voices. Though I wonder what I should do once I reach the Boogeyman with voices.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Arf, bark, growl, howl, whine, and woof. Which is your favorite dog noise? I'm quite partial to whining and whimpering myself. Hello to you, and congratulations on making it into yet another one of Uri's Games bonus rooms. I hope you had fun, or if you were watching someone else play through, that you enjoyed the story at least. My username's Altepejo Loco, but you can call me Loco. My real name is Francisco Eduardo Villaos, but don't bother remembering it. Aren't Uri's games great? I'm not attempting to suck up here. I genuinely love that aspects of real-life drama, psychological horror, and potentially unexplained supernatural events all coexist in Hair the Blank Man series. I auditioned for a lot of the adult male roles very close to the deadline, so I was kind of surprised that I was contacted to take even a single one of them. It ended up being Old Man E, I think, and I had to submit a lot of weird takes for said role, so when I found out that it was for Old Billy, a dog, I thought that Uri must have wanted one of my deeper, gravelly attempts, so I recorded my lines like that. Except it turns out she actually liked a different take for that role. I only learned this around the time the area where I live in was particularly noisy due to a city fair and lots of rain. Needless to say, at the time I'm recording this, I might still be about to make a third alternate take, because I can't seem to reproduce the wheezing voice she wanted perfectly anymore.
Aww.
I have no idea how I did it during my audition. Anyway, I'm not a professional by any means. In fact, I'm unemployed. I'd like to make games, but mostly I'm known for drawing, animating very slowly, and talking over video games whilst mishearing other people. I have no idea if players who see this room have seen every ending, but hopefully you have, because I'd like to maybe speak with those players right now, especially the ones who saw an ending with Old Billy. Everyone else, close your eyes and cover your ears, okay?
Hi, I'm here.
So, I think it's a comforting idea that Will gets to be with Old Billy in that ending. There's nothing more ideal than an imaginary dog for someone who lost their fingers, you know?
Yeah, oh my God.
It's the only kind of dog such a person might still get to pet, by imagining that they're petting it. Sure, it's a little morbid, but you have to take your silver linings where you can find them, you know?
Just use, like, the stub of your hand, right? I mean, nothing would stop me from petting animals.
In conclusion, Old Billy's a good dude. Anyway, hope you're all happy and well. See you.
He is a good dude. I have a message from the translator, VG Person, who was a huge help in the translation front this time. VG Person first translated The Crooked Man and has since helped enormously with the other three. Hi, it's VG Person. Just like the Boogeyman, I translated this game in advance so that Uri could recruit English voice actors. After the rough learning experience that was TBM, Uri took a different approach to the voice acting this time. She completed the whole rest of the game first, then handled the voice acting. Oh, so it was different for the Boogeyman. Oh, that might explain some things, actually. I think this made life easier for everyone. Uri could just focus on the game before worrying about recording, and my work and the voice actors' work wasn't spread out over such a long period of time. Also, rather than just scripts, we could use the finished game as a reference. Being able to translate with full context, as I usually can, helped a lot, and I think the voice acting benefited too. I was glad to help Uri conclude the Strange Men series, the series that led me to her in the first place. I look forward to helping with her future endeavors. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Wow, that's it. That's not only is the Hanged Man over, the Strange Men series is over. I'm glad I could finally play this one, because I always remember playing the first two, the Crooked Man and the Sandman. The Boogeyman was where I kind of started forgetting what the story was, and then by Hanged Man, I was like, I had no idea, really, even though I remember watching it years ago, someone else playing it. But that was so worth playing for myself. That was so worth going through and seeing all the endings and getting that done. Thank you guys so much for watching my playthrough. I'm gonna just have to find more awesome RPG games to play. They mentioned Mermaid Swamp, and half of me is like, I could play that one, because I've literally never played Mermaid Swamp before. And I never really watched anyone play it, even though I've heard good things about it. I don't know, it's just one of those games that slipped through the cracks for me. Eve is another good option. I love Eve. Eve is like, my passion child. Such a good game. But yeah, I'll let you guys know, but keep an eye out, and I'll catch you all another time. Bye!